All right, so we are going to go over the bookbinding process, lining up the corners for the fold, both ends, lay it down on the table, pull back out to the center, and then go over the crease to make sure that's nice and crisp. Laying this out, doing again, 3 at a time is kind of the maximum. I wouldn't go more than 3 at once. After that, your papers start to get off. So we're going to go through and fold all the papers that we need to. Again, transfer, lay it on the table. That's the easiest way to do it, I have found. Certainly welcome to fold your paper any way that works for you. This way works pretty well, laying it out 3 at a time. Okay. Then what you want to do is make sure you pull all those sections out. Make sure they're separated so they're individual sheets that are folded rather than a sheet that's got 3 or 4. Okay. Then we make a nice neat stack. Then we take one. Okay, this is one page. Make sure we are on the folded side. Line it up with the ruler. We're going to mark at 1 centimeter. Okay. And we're going to go to the other end. We'll mark it at 1 centimeter again. Okay. We're going to take our ruler, line up the 2 marks, draw a line across, make sure that you get it against the ruler. Okay, then we're going to flip over, use the inch side of our ruler. We're going to mark it at 1 inch, 2.5, 4.25, 6, and 7.5 gives us evenly spaced 5 marks on that line. Okay. Then take your stack. Okay, make sure the folded side is with the other folded sides. You want to make sure they're all the same way. You can tap the pages 3 sides only. There's no point in tapping the spines, the folded side, it's just going to throw you off. Okay. So now press down, make sure those folds are nice and flat. Then you're going to take the awl. Okay. It's not sharp on the sides, but the end is pointy, so be careful. Line it up with your mark, wrap your hand around, and thumb on top, and a light push down. Not anything crazy. I'm not using a lot of force. Just a light push down. There we go. Just like that. I'm going to go across the whole page. Binder clip is on the opposite side of the fold, on the open side it ends. So light push down. Okay. Then I'm going to open it up and find where those marks start going away. You can see they start fading. They're not as prominent, so I'm going to find that and then maybe just back up a little bit. See, you can't see, there's no hole there anymore. So I'm just going to go back a few pages. Then I'm going to do the same thing, light push down. Keep going through. I'm going to go down a few more pages. You may need to put something underneath. Paper should work. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take just a few pages, 4 or 5. Okay, line it up with that hole. Then you're going to push the awl all the way through. Make sure your finger is not over the hole. That was really close for me. Then we're going to go to the next one. Push it all the way through. You can brace on the other side of the paper so it doesn't ruin the paper. Push it all the way through up to the hilt of the awl. Okay, and again, only a few at a time. Too many at a time will throw your holes off and kind of just throw your whole book off. So then go through 4 or 5 at a time. Grab the next set. You do not have to do them all at once. Just grab 4 or 5 pages at once. Push the other ones back. Keep going through. Going more. Okay. What you can do is then go to the other side and flip it around so that the whole orientation will punch through the other way. Don't have to. You could have just continued on through. Or you can flip it around. This is just for a higher level of craft so that your book is nice and neat. Not always necessary, but can give it a little bit of a better look. Make sure you push it down. Now I've got those holes all opened up. Now I'm going to push all the way through. Push it through all the way. Make sure that hole is opened up. Making sure those holes are all in line. Go through each set. Make sure they're all lined up nice. You can go both ways just to make sure that they open and close very well. Okay, then what we're going to do is take some string. You guys have that. We're going to go with 4 lengths, 5 lengths, just to be sure. 4 is more than enough. The length is just the length of the book going across. Okay, putting the needle on, pulling it past just a little bit, 4 or 5 inches. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Okay, and then we're going to open the book up about halfway. It doesn't have to be exact. Pushing the needle through from the inside out. From the inside of the book, we're going to pull it, and we just want a little bit of a tail left there. Kind of pull it towards the front. Then whenever you make a loop on the book, that's what we're doing right now, you go to the opposite side the string comes out of. So you can see the string came out of the one side, so then I'm going to push it through the other side, and now I'm pulling it all the way through. Pull it tight. Make sure that string doesn't get pulled out, the tail. Now you can see string comes out that side. We're going to make one more loop on this corner. You can see I'm pushing it through the opposite side the string comes out of, going up all the way through. Okay, now I'm going to move to a new hole. String comes out of one side. Moving to a new hole, you go through the same side of the book the string comes out of, going down all the way through. Okay, and now I'm going to make a loop going back. So then I'm going to go through to the next hole. Okay, now I'm going to make a loop over the spine on this one. So string is coming out of one side. Going to go through the opposite side. Okay, pull my loop over, move to the next hole. Now I'm going to do the corner again. Pull it tight. 2 loops on the corner. Okay, just like that. Pull it all the way through. Okay. Now that one is done. Now I'm going to go back and fill in the gaps and finish those completed those leftover loops. This way it just really locks the sketchbook down in a nice, neat way. Okay, so I'm on that hole, going back, making a loop opposite side of where the string comes out of. Where the string comes out of on the book flip-flops as you move. So you just have to be aware of what side the string is coming out of the book and go to the opposite side when doing a loop. When you're moving to the next hole, it's always on the same side. So then we're moving across and down. Okay. You can see same side. Pull it tight. Now I'm going to make one more loop. All right. Now, last step. Take the clip off. Can use 2 clips. Doesn't have to just be one. Okay. Now we're going to open it up to the tail page here. Okay. Where that tail comes out at, I'm going to open up to that page. Take the awl. Be careful. I kind of almost got my finger on this one, but push it through nice and slow. Make sure you get it in there nice and opened up. Then push the needle in through the exact same way. Now pull it tight, almost all the way through. There we go, all the way through now. Okay, and then we have 2 strings. All we have to do is just tie a knot with those 2 strings. 2 or 3 knots is best, just to be safe. 1, 2, you can even go more if you wish. I like to go 3, just to be safe. Then what you do is you take a scissors and you cut off the excess above the knot. Make sure you cut it off above, close it up, and the sketchbook is done. Nice work.